Welcome to Couch Conversations, the space where real talk meets God talk.
We're two best friends who love Jesus, deep convos, and a whole lot of laughs.
From relationships and faith to the messy middle of adulting, we're chatting about it all right here on the couch.
So grab your snacks, get cozy, and let's get into it. This is Couch Conversations.
What's up, cousins, and welcome back to another episode of Couch Conversations. We're your hosts, Deja
and Kelsey,
and we're so glad to have you back with us again on the couch for another wonderful episode. Now, for this episode, being that both Kelsey and I are coming up on our 30th birthday next year, her sooner than me, but and being that the year is coming close to an end, this thing done came and gone.
it got somewhere to be.
Somewhere to be, okay? And we just thought that it would be the perfect time for us to do an episode where we just reflect back on our 20s, because I feel like our 20s, it's been such a big time period, so much has gone on. And this is the most time we've known each other. I mean, we met when we were 18 years old, and we're about to be 30. But thank God for allowing us to see all of these years, and we pray for many more to come. But we just thought that we should take the time to reflect back on this decade. I know we did an episode about dating in our 20s, but this episode is more so of our overall life lessons.
Yeah, everything relating to our 20s, whether that's dating, friendships, work, personal, anything. We're talking about it.
Yes. So we just had this idea, and we just wanted to give y'all a little peeky peek inside our world, and just like where we were at 20 to where we are now at 29, about to creep into the year 30.
I'm literally at the door like this, knocking on it. I'm knocking on it.
I'm at the edge of the driveway.
You walking up at the door. You right behind me, wait to come in.
I'm right here. But are you ready to get into it?
Yes. It's just like, dang, we really want to be 30.
We really want to be 30. It seemed like just yesterday we were just like 20 and saying like, dang, we're going to be 30 in some years. And now it's like, it's here.
We really about to be 30 in some months.
It's some months. It's a month. So if you had to sum up your 20s in one word, what would it be?
In one word, I would say
hard.
it is hard because like just trying to reflect on everything that has happened during my 20s, because like let's just think about it. We had COVID. We graduated I was about to say high school, or no, not high school, college, undergrad, graduate, because you'll be graduating soon, before 30, and then moving off to another state, another city with barely any family close by, or within the same area, and just other things that have happened in our 20s. But just one word, I would say that's hard. That's hard because I want to say different, but it's like, what am I comparing it to? I want to say an experiment.
It could be.
It could be, but I don't think that's the word I really want. I would say growth.
I see. I can see it. For me, I think my word would be transformational. I think that kind of, it's like you said, it's hard to sum it up in one word, because that's a lot of time and a lot of things has transpired over these years. But I feel like that is the best word that encompasses just about everything that you said. Because I feel like transformational, like you said, different can be in there, growth, experiment, like all of that can. I think that one word.
Yeah, yeah, it would definitely would define, be like that. I guess you said umbrella term.
Or evolutionary.
Yeah.
That's another one. Yeah.
I feel like I had another one. Let's see. Faith would be another one. Because, baby,
listen, definitely had to walk by faith a lot. Not by sight, because I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I was out there like
finding my way.
Listen.
And also, I think another word would be a journey. That's 2 words, or just journey. Yeah. So, like, just keeping all that in mind, who were you at 20 and who are you now?
At 20, can I even remember me at 20 for real?
I just know we were in college.
Yeah, were we like juniors? Going into our senior year?
Because 18 and 19, we were freshmen. 19, 20, we were sophomore. So, sophomore, junior.
Sophomore, junior.
Great.
At 20, I think, I wouldn't say I was carefree, but I think I was just a girl, a young woman, just figuring out life, trying to figure out life, trying to figure out myself, and just what and who I wanted to be, during that time, like, still had in my mind like what I envisioned my life to be at a certain age. Like even in college, like okay, where I'm gonna go and what I'm gonna do, who I'm gonna be with, like all types of things. But at the same time, I still feel like I was a person who kind of just lived life. I was willing to try anything and do anything, well, almost anything. Yeah, I just was, just figuring out life and going with the ebbs and flow of life, but still being smart. But just enjoying life. Who I am now, I'm definitely a person who knows myself. Very secure in myself now, and that's not to say like, there aren't insecurities that sneak up every now and then. Yeah. But I've learned myself. I've learned to love myself more. I feel like I'm more confident now. Very headstrong. I probably was headstrong at 22, so I don't know. Yeah, just still, I still feel like I'm still learning and growing, and stuff like that. So, yeah, still
Wash is divided
stage, and yeah, that's just who I am right now.
Yeah, I would agree. Like you said, just a young woman who's just out in this world. Because we were in Charleston for undergrad, and so like you're no longer under your parents or your guardian, whoever was taking care of you. You're no longer under their roof.
Yeah.
So it's like now you're just off in this world, just learning things as you go, spreading your wings now, and I feel like at that age, like you said, I was figuring out who I want to be, what I want to be, figuring out like what direction I wanted to go, who I wanted to be with, possibly, because at that time, but also like during that time was discovering myself.
Yeah.
Discovering my adult self, I can say. So, but fast forward to now at 29 and what?
Some change. 8 months, 8, 9 months. I would say now I am more of a for sure person because like growing up, you know, like how you would second guess things that you're wanting to do. Almost like when you're taking a test and you're second guessing the answer because you're like, this one looks right too. If I spin it this way. But yeah, I'm more of a for sure person, more confident person. I'm more, I guess you could say mature. Yeah. Because I mean, age doesn't always come with maturity. That's definitely true. But I would say for myself, I am more mature. I would also say I am, although I've always been a go-getter, it's heightened. It's really up there. Like nobody can tell me nothing or like down talk anything that I got going on for myself. Because that just made me think about, and it's kind of off topic, but it also relates. I recently saw a post where someone said that those degrees aren't a flex. Yeah, baby, I'm a flex every chance I get because like hard too. Cause some student loans, I got the loans to prove it. The loans, the education, the notebook, the textbook. Listen, the certification, national credit. Okay. Put some respect on my name. Period. But I just think about like how, and although yes, you can get into spaces without those things, but speaking from my perspective, those things have allowed me to be in spaces I'm 9 times out of 10 wouldn't have been able to be in without it. And even, you know, got a little extra money to myself. But yeah, like nobody can take nothing from me. I'm a flex. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna be cocky about it. That's the thing. I'm not gonna be cocky about it. You can be confident about it though. Yes. But I would say, that's who I am now at 29 and 8.5 months. Yes. So, what beliefs or mindsets did you have like in your early 20s that you feel like you had to unlearn? Mindset that I had in my early 20s. Yeah. That's a long time ago. It's so hard to remember. I would say a mindset that I had in my early 20s that I had to unlearn was that I would have everything, such as the husband, the house, the car, the career. I would have everything by 25, no later than 30. Right. Here we are. And I blame that on MASH. I blame it on MASH. For all my millennials out there, I don't know if y'all used to play this game called MASH. Get your little piece of notebook paper. You put MASH at the side. It stands for mansion, apartment, shack, or house. And then you had a section that said like who you gonna get married to, what job you're gonna have, the type of house, like you have kids, right? How many kids and other things. And you did like a little circle. The person kept going, so you told them to stop. And however many times they went around, or how many lines or whatever, not lines, but spirals. Yeah, spirals. They count how many of those that they did, and that's how many times they would go around the paper. And let's say you did 8. So every time they got to the 8th thing, cross it out. Yeah. And you just kept doing that until you had one left in each category. And whatever you had left, that was your life. That was your life. And we really believed that was our life. Right. And until we got a reality check. Quickly, you're like, hold on. And I think, and this is honestly probably like within the last few years or so, like that is unrealistic. Yes. Because we cannot put a time on anything. I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna be married by, I mean, I used to say this, but I'm gonna be married by 25, 26. I'm gonna have my first kid by 27. I'm gonna have a house before right. I'm gonna have my 2-story, 5-bedroom house by 28, no later than 30. But it's just like that's not realistic at all. So I had to unlearn that, because it's like when you get on social media, things like that, and you see people who around your age who may have those things already, you're just like, well, damn, I'm behind. Like, what am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong? So you start comparing yourself, and that could really be taxing on your mental health. It makes you miserable. It does, because you're just like, well, dang, I need to catch up. What do I need to do to get like them?
But then you're like, what timeline are you on? And who timeline you on, for real?
And you don't know what they had to do to get there. They could have struggled to get what they got.
And probably still is.
Right, exactly. So that was one thing I had to unlearn. And just accepting, like, when the time is right, it will be right. And what's meant for me will be for me.
And it won't miss you.
Okay.
It won't miss you.
Okay. So that was one thing. Another thing that I kind of mentioned previously is just being confident and not second guessing myself or like doubting my self or my potential.
Yeah.
And I had to do that like during my time of applying for jobs. Especially like starting like during COVID time on up to my current position. Like knowing that I have the potential to do this work. Obviously they see the potential in me, so it's just like,
why can't you see it in yourself?
Right. And why does it take someone else asking or telling me like, hey, like, why didn't you consider this position? It makes more you have the experience and like the degree or whatever, and you're able to do more,
right?
But you want to settle for this one
and sell yourself short.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's something I had to do, because I also used to do that on tests, like second guess sometimes.
Right. And then it'll be wrong because you second guess yourself.
Right. And like you had the right answer the first time, just be like, dang.
But that was just a part of our overthinking qualities or whatever.
Yeah. And that's definitely like something else that I'm trying to work on and unlearn. I don't know if it's something that will completely go away.
Yeah.
Because it just may be a personality trait. It's not a good one.
Yeah.
It's not a good one. But I just feel like it's still gonna be there. Yeah. It just probably won't be as bad as it used to be, because Lord knows I was an overthinker. But those are like the top 2, 3 things I would say I had to unlearn, or mindsets and beliefs I had to unlearn in my early 20s.
I would say I do have some similar ways. Jesus. But one to add is I had to unlearn the idea that I can fix people and change it, or I could be that person that helps them see their potential or bring out the best in them. And I had to learn that wasn't my job or my position or my place to do that, because in the end it wasn't doing what I wanted to do. It was just hurting me and disappointing me in the end. And I just had to like stop trying to do that, because it would get me into places and situations that I didn't want or need to be in. So that's definitely one. 2, also like you said, is having that confidence in myself and like realizing like you are that girl, like for real. And it's not being cocky, as you said, but it's just realizing like you really do, you really are who you think you are.
And what Beyonce said, it's just that I'm that girl.
Period. And like you said, like bringing up a good point of like not seeking validation from others for what I should already know about myself. Like, yeah, it's okay to, for people to see like and give you your accolades and stuff, but I should be the first person doing that for myself and realizing myself. And it shouldn't be like, oh, now I see it for myself because Kelsey told me that, or
Betty Sue told me that I was this person. So learning that about myself.
Or like you know it, but then it's like you're still second guessing. So it's like, come on now, you know. So what's going on?
Right, right. So definitely that, and I think that comes with like the growth and confidence as well. Now it still be a struggle sometimes because one thing we talked about a lot was having imposter syndrome, especially when we're in spaces that at one point in time we didn't think that we would be in or be a part of, where people looking at us for our expertise or our knowledge on things, and like, oh, people really listening to me,
right? Like y'all really care about what I need
to
say.
Like, okay, so just that's something I'm still learning, but definitely have grown a lot with that. What else? Another one, like you said, was like not being on such a timetable and just letting life just experience life, because when you set yourself on these timetables of I need to have this by this time, by that time, it's like you let life go past you and you miss out on so many experiences and memories and opportunities because you're so worried about what you feel should be happening right now instead of embracing what actually is happening for you. And even with that, like with how we said, like how we had timetables, our expectations was for us to be married and having a house and kids by like 25. One thing I would tell young people, like knowing what I know now at 29 years old, I would tell like those younger than us that doesn't have to be your, like, yes, it's cool to win that and have that, but that doesn't have to. I'm sorry, that person was walking so fast, like that was the fastest speed walk I've ever seen, and it was like gliding.
In case y'all don't know, we always record at my place, so it's just like we got a clear view of like the street. So if y'all ever hear cars, these loud mufflers and all that, or just like somebody maybe running by, the trigger.
Buddy was gliding. Okay. I was like, I could not ignore that. I was trying so hard, but he was gliding. Like, what? But back to what I was saying. I would say those who are younger than us and you're in that time, period of your life, don't feel like you have to rush to do that. Don't feel like that's going to, yes, those things are accomplishments per se, but don't feel like that,
that determines like the trajectory of your life,
your
worth, and like, okay, if I have the husband, if I have the car, if I have the house, if I have the kids, I'm set. There's more to life than those things.
Because then what, after you have that, then what? And I feel like I had this conversation with someone, like, we've been so programmed to believe, like, okay, you have to have a person, especially women, you have to have a husband, you have to have your kids, and that makes you a woman. And it's like, okay, you get that, then what? Because people can have those things and get those things, and they're miserable because they're nobody outside of being a wife or a mother. Who are you outside of that? So I would say, yes, it's okay to strive for those things, because if that's what you want, fine. And if you don't want that, that's fine too. Because it's been, like, people look at women less than women if they don't want kids or to be married. It is fine if that's not what you want. But if that is what you want, don't let that be the only thing that you strive for or you focus your 20s on. Because 20s, I feel like your 20s should be your period where you're learning and growing and experiencing all that you can. Like, you can travel, you get up whenever you want to, you can try this, you can try that. Not bad stuff, like.
Yeah, not bad stuff. We do not condone any type of
bad behavior, okay, that can jeopardize your health or your freedom, okay? But your 20s should be the time that you're learning and growing and knowing yourself. Like, it's okay to have a person, because we both have our men's, we love them down. It's okay to have your person, but you don't need to be so engulfed in those things that you forget to nurture yourself and nurture the person that you growing and trying to figure out, because you don't want to be in your 40s still trying to figure out who you want and what you want to be and what you want to do. Like, that is what your 20s is for. And that's not to say you gonna have it all figured out in your 20s.
No.
Because at 29, I don't have to figure it out. I don't.
I don't even know if I'm halfway there.
I don't. There's still decisions that I think about, decisions that still need to be made. But I can't say in my 20s I did learn a lot, experience a lot, and I'm okay. Like, I've gotten to the point, and not just because I'm 29, even before then, I've gotten to the point I was okay with not having a husband yet, not having kids yet, not having a house, because it's like, okay, I may not have that, but look at all the experiences and the things that I've been able to do at my age. And I can feel like when I get to that stage, even though I'm engaged or whatnot, when I get to that stage of being like wife, mama, all that stuff, I don't think I will have any real regrets or shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Right.
Like, dang, I wish I would have did this before, you know.
Right. And it also just makes me think, when my mama would say, like, y'all are doing a lot for your age. Because we really are. And, like, this is even before we were 29. We were probably, like, mid-20s to 27. Yeah. My mama just like, y'all are doing a lot. Because, like we said, moved off to another state, another city. I don't know if it was planned that we'll move to the same city. It just happened. Yeah. And I'm thankful my best friend is close to me, because I would just been out here lonely.
Because originally I was supposed to be in Tennessee. What was I going to do in Tennessee by myself? Because ain't nobody here. Nobody.
But yeah, like, moved off to a completely different state and city. Like one of the major cities in the United States at that. Having jobs, they're not careers, they're our jobs. It's a stepping stone. Starting school. What else? Having cars.
We both got our first car. We both got our first car payments within these last couple of years. Yo, we both were stressed out when it was time. We was like, how are we supposed to manage with a car payment, man? Like, thank God we can, but that's a whole different, like,
it wasn't in my playing cards at that time.
It was not. It just happened. And both of ours happened the same exact way. One thing that we were
so codependent.
Child. Everything that happens to one, it happens to the other. And you're right. That's
probably why. But yeah, like, just having those things, being able to make big girl purchases and being able to travel and experience different things. I think our first, like, major trip together was to Houston. And then we did Vegas. It was hot out there. But honestly, I think I would take that heat over the heat here during the summer.
Yeah.
Because it's dry. I ain't gotta worry about if I have a silk press during the summer, my hair gonna no, it's gonna look
this
like
is humid. You could barely breathe. It's just too much.
Like going to concerts, different experiences, being able to be a part of a TV show.
It's
just like, what? Like, who do you know is just out here doing this type of stuff?
And we would do random things. Like, don't get me wrong, we used to party down, okay? We used to be outside in the club. Candy bar, sweet. Man.
But we made sure our priorities were handled. Because at that time, I was in grad school. Papers in first, test audit, and then outside later to celebrate. Okay. Like, you want to go, where you want to go tonight?
Where we going?
Okay,
let's get our outfit together, go outside.
Let's go to Charlotte.
Okay. Get a little quick feet.
Right.
But we were more than just party friends. I mean, we still are. Like, we do some of anything. We just go on random quests. Like, it's just, like, one time we just decided we wanted to drive to Raleigh, which is a 2.5-hour drive. Ain't like it's just next door, like 5 minutes down the road. It's 2.5 hours just to try some food that we did not like, and we had to go to the grocery store across the street just to get the sauce because they didn't give us the sauce. But things like
Who does that?
like
We really, that's some greedy.
that's some big back activity.
Big
Right
back
there.
activity.
That's not what we did.
Right. I think we created big back activities. Like, it really was like, we saw it on, it was like Instagram or something.
It was somewhere,
before TikTok. And we were like, oh, this look good. What you doing this weekend? You wanna ride a bit?
You sit right there in the parking lot.
First of all, we did have to wait a long time for the food.
We did. I think, didn't we go in a mall for something as well?
Yeah, we went to the mall. I don't know what we went for. Maybe just to look around.
That was the year we took the bestie photos.
And we probably, we was probably looking for something to wear. Yeah. I think you were looking for a dress. I think I already had one.
Yeah, I think I found something. I think that's where I found it.
Yeah, you did. Was that like forever or something? Yeah. Yep. But yeah, see how we go on the tangent.
But it just shows, like, it goes back to how we have a lot going for ourselves at our age, and even before we hit 29, we had a lot going on for ourselves. Like, we were doing a lot, and we don't give. I feel like we still don't give ourselves enough credit.
We don't.
Because I think we just be like, dang, I feel like I'm supposed to be here, but I'm here. And we beat ourselves up trying to figure out how do we get there while we're not there yet.
Without appreciating where we are. And I think part of that is because we're so ambitious and we want more than, I know people for me want more than from what I came from. Not saying I came from a bad situation. But, you just want more. And my goal, I've always wanted to take care of my parents or whatnot and just provide them something where they don't have to stress too much about it, or set my future straight so that my future kids would be straight, or just learning from where I come from. Not saying that I had a horrible childhood, because I always had everything that I need. I never went without food, water, no place, nothing. And if I did, I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know. But if we struggled, I really didn't know. Or whatnot. So, but I've always strived to have more and do more. But like you said, sometimes we so focus on where we want to be that we don't take the time to realize, like, girl, you come a long way. Like, you really doing stuff.
And I think we also just want to quit. Depending on what it is, we want to, like, right in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, so that was really good.
That was.
So what's a moment that made you realize you were becoming an adult?
When I moved out on my own, I'm like, dang, rent.
Bills, light bill, water bill.
And it be like, one thing that pisses me off, it be like you pay it, and then a couple of days later, it be like, your next bill is ready. It's ready to be viewed.
Like, dang, did I just pay you? So you just had this waiting right here in the system, and you just wait for me to submit my other one. Shoot, you probably wasn't even waiting, because if I wouldn't have submitted, I probably would have still got it at the same time. And you already had double click just to tell me. So you already had it ready. You already calculated how much electricity I use. I ain't even submitted the payment.
For this one, listen, that makes me so. If nothing else makes me so upset, that makes me so upset, especially the light bill. It just be like,
It'd be like, your usage compared to last month or from 2024 at this time.
I don't even want to give you this. But I was thinking about so bills for sure. Like, when they start coming, they don't stop. They do not stop. And it's like clockwork. And whether you have the money or not, they want their money on time. Like, on time. I don't ever forget.
I need, what's that commercial? I
need my money. It's my money and I want it now. Yes, that's how they feel.
was like my first place, right? This is when I was working 50, 11 jobs. Like, I don't know who I thought I was. But it was like my paycheck was coming like a couple of days after rent was due, like on the 1st, and my check will come like was due on the 6th. Because it was like a weird pay schedule. It wasn't like the 15th and the 30th or stuff like that. It was like,
it was the actual. So I learned this recently, the difference between bi-weekly
and bi-monthly, or what it called?
Or every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks,
Yeah, I was learning the difference. So it was one of those situations.
That's what it was. And I was like, oh shoot. And during that time, well, yeah, this was before COVID for sure. But if it was like on the 5th, they send you an eviction notice, like, and I didn't know that. I thought your thing had to be late to like day 15. No, the 5th, because the 1st to the 5th is like your grace period. If they don't have it on the 6th, they writing up an eviction notice, and I'm like, bruh, I don't want that on my credit. I don't. Where I'm gonna go?
On your rental record.
On my rental record. I don't have no money to move, and I was like, bruh, and then that's another to do. But yeah, I was like, dang. And I didn't want to call my mom because I'm like, I decided to move out on my own. They didn't want me to. And I was like, dang, I really got to figure this out. Y'all ever try to go take a title loan on my car, and my car wasn't even paid off? Them people was like, I'll never forget. That lady said, baby, she said, you can't get a title loan on the car that ain't you got the title hand over. She said, baby, this just on you that you bought the car. I was like, oh, I was so ashamed, y'all. But I finally called my mama, and she was like, why didn't you just call me? I'm like, because I'm supposed to be an adult. But, yes, bills, and really figuring out, like, dang, I really have to make decisions on my own. Like, I can't call mom and daddy all the time, like, hey, what should I do? I mean, I still do sometimes, but, and I'm like, what does this mean? But really had to make decisions for myself and know that at this point in my life, the decisions that I make, they can affect me long term depending on the choice that I make. And so realizing like, oh, it's serious now. Like, ain't no kid play no more. It's like, you really an adult that has to make adult decisions.
These bills in your name.
Your name. Like me first seeing it, like it's different from my little phone bill. I used to have like, okay, it's a phone bill. I don't know like why we think phone bill is just like minor. But then when you got rent in your name, lights in your name, insurance in your name, like, oh, it's a little too much. Too much. But yeah.
I would agree. Definitely, like moving here in 2018 was just like, oh, it's all on me now.
It's all on me.
It's all on me. But I think, cause like I always tell Deja, we just now really hit adulthood. If we're being honest,
literally.
So I feel like COVID time was really hit like, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I gotta find a job because I just graduated from my graduate program. I need a bigger job. I don't need a job where I'm still making, what was the name of that place? Like $9, $11 an hour for like 3 hours a day. If that, I need a salary.
Salary.
I need a
real
salary.
money. Okay.
But then just like juggling everything that was going on during like COVID times. And then also like when I was trying to move to another apartment, just realizing they're like, okay, you gotta make 3 times, should you make 3 times the rent? I'm just like,
you like, I'm not paying 3 times the rent, so why I got to show I can make that?
and then I'm just like, well, I don't make 3 times the rent, so I
I
guess
make
I just
2
have to-
times the rent.
Alright.
I barely got 1. Okay, barely.
So I'm just like, well, I guess I just need to sit back and stay here and not renew this lease for another year. Like, thank God I got a roof over my head.
Let's get
God.
just buy new decorations.
Right.
Change up,
Switch up the furniture.
That's it.
real.
I'm sorry for wasting your time.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you had to get up from your desk and show me.
Cause no, they do the tour, then they show you the price. They get you hype up, like it. Did you see the price? She said,
Okay,
I'll be in touch. Never. Cause what?
And that just made me think about that time when we were looking for apartments, so we could stay together.
The
And
cut
even
down on these
then-
bills.
Right, even then, those were expensive.
Right. But now looking back, they cheap now compared to.
And I could have my rent price from 2018.
Listen, mine was like $760.
And I think mine was like the base site, of course, without the admin fees and water and all that. It was like 8 something.
If I can have that right now,
I'm paying like double, and that's just without the fees and stuff. I mean, it is an upgrade. I will say it's an upgrade for sure. I've been eyeing this place since they started construction. I was watching it from the ground up. And look at me now. Look at me now. But
I'm getting paper. Look at me now. Hey, look at me now.
our personalities are really coming out on this episode. This is literally like a repetition. No, that reminds me of the time. This was during our 20s. So this is perfect.
Oh, Lord.
We were in college and we had a class together and we had to write a paper on, it was the I don't want to say the professor's name, but it was the class, it was about public health or like medicine.
Oh, medicine class.
Yeah.
But that book we didn't read.
We was writing a paper and we were in like literally sitting in our common area. In our common area, and we were just crashing. We started singing SpongeBob.
We did.
Right.
Because that class whooped us. Because while we read that book, we had a whole semester to read it.
I feel like I never read books when professors gave. I don't. If
That's
it's not
skinny.
something of interest to me, I'm not gonna.
And that definitely wasn't an interesting book.
Cause who was it? Henrietta Lacks.
I mean, it probably was
It
interesting.
probably was.
The cliff notes in the movie was interesting.
The book was just long. It was small print, and I just wasn't interested in reading something I didn't choose.
non-fiction too.
Yeah.
It's just,
I need drama.
Yeah.
I need
Spicy.
crime, mystery, all that.
Yay.
But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this and what I was saying beforehand.
Oh, you were saying about our personalities? And
Yeah.
what's crashing.
I feel like that's what's going on now. It's probably just like the end of year, like trying to make it to the end.
Literally trying to make it.
But so I say all that to say all those things. So between us, like trying to find an apartment together, so that it can help cut back on the cost of what we were putting out as individuals. Although that didn't happen.
Yeah, because life.
Yeah.
She just burned to the ground, literally. Had nothing but smoke and water. Bruh. I was so sad.
Why are we never serious?
I don't know. The lady called me. Yo, I crack up every time I think about what happened when that lady called me. Yeah, so the reason why we didn't move in together was because my apartment had burned down. It's not funny because a cat died. Oh, kitty cat. It wasn't my cat, but so
I didn't even heard like actual apartment.
It was just about Sabina, and the fire department came this time. But I got all the residuals of everything, so all my stuff is ruined. Ceilings caving in. Would open their door and it's just like, it's like a hot box. Literally, needed rain boots to walk in, and a construction head. So I went back home, right? And so this was like 5 o'clock in the morning. My leasing manager called. And I answered it, surprisingly, because again, it's 5 o'clock in the morning on like a Saturday or something. She was like, "Oh my gosh, Stacia, I'm so glad you answered." Okay, like, you called me, so.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
At 5 o'clock in the morning at that. Like, I'm surprised I answered too. She was like, "Oh my gosh, something bad happened, and we thought you were in there, and we had to break down the door." And I'm like, "Well, you didn't find me there, so what's wrong?" And she was like, "There was a fire." Oh Lord Jesus, what's a fire? So I'm halfway asleep. I'm like, "Okay, all right." She was like, "You okay?" "Yeah." "Okay." So I hang up. So you lay back down. So I was just asleep. And that SpongeBob, like when he was sleeping, he opened up his eyes like real quick. Mm-hmm. That's how it was. I got up and I was like, "It was a fire." I said, "Mom!" And so my mom, she like gets startled easily. So she ran down. She's like, "What?" I said, "It was a fire. They called me, it was a fire." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, is somebody's stuff going?" And so I just couldn't afford to move because I had nothing. I didn't have nothing. So yeah, that's why we did move together. Another sidebar story. I had nothing, bro. Nothing. And my lease was just about to be up, and I was ready to was looking for a place, ready to move. And they was going up on my rent. I was like, "No, y'all not going up on the renovation, so no." So they was like, "We can give you a bigger apartment for the same price." Yeah. All I had was the clothes in my back, the clothes in the back, and I walked in the apartment. It was like Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince, just standing there. Like, "Hey, hello." It was the echo. And I had a folding chair for some reason. I guess that was the only thing that didn't get destroyed. So I had a folding chair for my grandma when she came. My sister had her own chair because she had a wheelchair. So everybody else had to sit on the floor. That was the seat. It was just carpet and walls. That's it.
Oh my God. But now that I think about that, maybe it was maybe it symbolized like a restart and a refresh, considering the other things that also happened in that particular apartment.
But I was like, why me?
Yeah.
When I tell you, not being so transparent, y'all, I was ready to check out. I was like, you know what? Like, that happening was last year. Did I have my car accident before that?
I think it was before. I think you had your
I did have my
car.
Yeah. I was like, this is
straw that broke the counter.
It's like, y'all got it. Cause I was like, this is too much. All of that happened in the span of, it wasn't even a year. Mm-hmm. It was just so much going on back to back to back. And I was like, I was so angry with God at that time. I was like, bro, what did I do to you for you to do this to me? Like, what? I was like, what more can, like, do you want me to go through at this time? But, like you said, sorry, God don't feel that way no more. Gosh. But, like you said, it was necessary, like, a rebirth and regrowth. And after I got over those feelings and had time of reflection, I did say that. And Lord, I always tell people, like, when I think about that time in my life, all those things had to happen in order for me to learn and grow, because if it didn't happen, I would be the same person and doing the same things during that time. So it made me realize even more how much I needed God in my life, and like how I really couldn't do it by myself, because clearly I was ready to get up on out of here. But it really brought me closer to God. Not saying that it made my relationship perfect with him, because I still, after that, still, wasn't doing it, wasn't talking to him like that. Like, yeah, I said my grace over my food when I remembered, but it opened up my eyes more into like, all right, girl, you can't do this by yourself for real. You need him.
Yep.
But yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We went on a whole like tangent,
like
hole.
2 or 3.
But it's relatable. It relates to the conversation,
and it's in our 20s. It's in our 20s. So, shifting gears a little bit. How, Lord, if I can not choke. me. Okay. How did your friendships evolve over your 20s, and what lessons did you learn about your friendships? That's not funny. It's not funny. It was your reaction. It was like the...
Because my impulsive thoughts was just about to take over.
You should have.
It's so hard for me to bite my tongue.
Well, don't bite it.
Some things just don't need to be said.
Are you gonna say afterwards so I can know? Because I'm gonna be thinking.
I might
put up in
this one.
Okay.
So my friendships evolved. How did they evolve over my 20s?
Don't say that it's stupid. Well, if we're being honest.
If we're being honest, all of my friends, who we were friends in like middle school, actually started like 4th grade up to maybe freshman, sophomore year of college. Some sooner than others.
Why are you doing that shocking? Because you are hilarious.
But the ones who I were friends, the ones that I was friends with between that time, I'm no longer friends with them. And for different reasons between each one of them. One, we've already had a conversation about on the podcast before, so I'm not gonna go back into detail about that. But the other one, I kind of just ghosted on my own, because anytime I would reach out to her, it was always, just to like say hello, how are you, because we were at 2 different colleges, although we were just down the street. But
we did go there once.
We did, and we got on that road real quick too the next day, because
it was a shootout. Let me get him, shoot. Let me get him.
A lot of young dogs say 100 shots.
Literally.
Lord, we jokes. We are never serious. How she is that chick? But that person, I just kind of ghosted my. I just was just like, okay, I just need to separate myself from them, because anytime I would reach out to them, it was all they wanted to was gossip, and I didn't want to do that. I don't want to hear about this boy, that boy, and who you doing to do with, and all this stuff. Who you talking to, who you not talking to, what they do. I don't want to hear that all the time,
Right.
because that's not who I am. And I don't want to surround myself with that. Like, yeah, sure, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Hey, boo. But that should be the only thing we talk about.
Right.
So that person, I just,
I ain't got nothing against them at all. Whenever I see them on social media or something, I might interact with their posts or something, but that's it.
Yeah.
But we don't talk at all. The other one, that one was rocky. I feel like I talked about that on the pod as well. Yeah. How there was some tension during like junior year of high school, then talking to after graduation high school. I guess we tried to be friends after that, and I don't know.
A little shaky.
But going into college, met Deja.
Big dog.
It wasn't 20s, we were 18, but I mean, but it's still the same friendship that I've had since starting undergrad, leading to now. So it just shows like how my friendships have evolved from all the stuff that transpired with the other group of girls. And like I said, I don't have any ill feelings or anything towards them. It's all love. I still interact with their stuff, tell them congratulations, happy birthday, whatever. But we just don't have conversations like we used to or anything like that. But just thinking about the friendship that I have with Deja, it's just like, because we've been with each other through everything. Because like I said, we've been friends since freshman year of undergrad, and we're still friends now. Over 11 years of friendship, so a lot can happen. A lot has happened within those 11 years.
Yes.
Between experiencing undergrad together, being in car accidents together. That sounds bad to say, but literally 2 of them. No, 3 actually. The other one, we were waiting to get into the garage and the person stopped us, and I was like, I knew it was gonna happen. Experiencing heartbreaks and thinking that we've met the person that we're gonna spend our lives with, and then like moving off, like we said, to another state, another city, then experiencing that part of our life together. Like she said, going to the clubs on Saturday night, Friday night. She went on Sunday. Also, like experiencing the loss of loved ones together. Moving into newer spaces and better spaces. Purchasing cars. Getting jobs. Seeing each other get degrees, get certifications, chasing after our dreams, just like a lot. We've experienced a lot together.
A whole lot.
Like, and I feel like, yes, the friendships I had prior to my 20s, they were good at that time.
Yeah.
Because I was young. I saw them every day. Because except for one, we didn't go to the same school, but we was on the same cheerleading team, and then we also just spent time together on the weekends. And it served its purpose then.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't come with me into my adulthood. And that's not to say they would have been bad friends during my adulthood or moving to like my 20s and all that. They just
probably didn't align with what you
right, and they were just there for that season. They couldn't come to this new season, this new chapter with me. So I would say that's how my friendships have evolved over time.
Yeah, I would agree. In high school, I had it was a big bunch of us. Like it was a lot of us, and a couple of them were like people I thought they were going to be like my kids' aunties in my wedding. Like these were girls that I just knew like those gonna be my dogs for life. And in college, met a new friend, or whatnot. Thought the same thing. Like, oh yeah, this girl's gonna be with me till the wheels fall off, and that didn't happen just because. I don't know. I don't know. But, I did, met Kelsey the same time as the other girl because we were all like really close friends or whatnot. But she has been the constant
for 11 years, well, over 11 years. And like she said, we've gone through so much and we've seen so many sides of each other and so many phases um, of each other and stuff like that. And I did meet another friend, one of my other close friends in college as well. She was definitely could be my goofy self around, but still I always gave that love and nurturing part. And she don't play about me, still don't. Like, we may not talk every day, we don't see each other right now because we are in different states, but the love is still the same, and I love her down. Like, she is one girl that's in my wedding, or whatnot. That we. I don't know, but I'm glad we crossed paths, or whatnot, because she has been a great friend to me as well. But my friendships have evolved in the sense of I don't look for quantity anymore. I look for quality, like not just people that I can go out to the club with or do this and that. Like, that's cool, and you can have like different friends for different things. Like, you can have friends that they just your club friends or whatnot. But I do appreciate having those friendships that like they're multi-purpose. Like, yeah, we have a good time, but like when the going gets tough, I can count on you, I can lean on you during that time. And I have found that in Kelsey, like there was something traumatic. There was something traumatic that happened in my life that I never thought that I would experience, because I don't know, I just died. I just witnessed. And even before that, like, we was really, really close. But just the support that she gave me during that time, and would not leave my side, like, at all, compared to others or whatnot, that right there solidified even more to me. Like, nobody could ever, like, change my mind about her. Nobody could ever like say anything about her that would make me not be her friend, or not. Well, I feel like we're more than friends. Like, I feel like blood couldn't make us closer. Like, I would give her the shirt off my back type. Like, if she called me, I'm coming. And I don't do that for a lot of people, because, and like, she really mean that. Like, I really mean that. Like, even my mama called. Listen, she know I'm gonna have that white truck on two wheels. Like, she's one person I do not play about, like, outside of my family, but she is my family, or whatnot. And and that isn't to minimize my other friendships, but I just feel like our friendship is just on another level. And maybe it's because we have experienced so much things together, and you are like one of my first adult friends, and I feel like adult friendships are so much different than childhood friendships. Like, yeah, you can be friends with someone for 15, 20 years, and you could just be good friends because y'all known each other a long time, and y'all been friends since y'all was kids. But I just feel like your adult friendships just hit a little different, because it's a lot more substance to it, and it's like deeper. It's not because you're in close proximity to each other. It's because you actually make the effort to nurture that friendship. And one thing I can say about us, like, even though our lives have gotten busy, we do make the effort to carve out time for one another in our friendship. And that brings me to like the lessons that I learned. And this was something that I text you the other day, that just randomly reflecting on. It's just like, I was just thinking, like, am I friend? Like, are you really friends? How did I say it? Is it more so friendship because of longevity, or actually because you're a good friend? And that's what I had to think about, because a lot of times if I say you're my friend or you're my sis, I'm gonna bend over backwards for you, for sure. Especially if it's in my will that I can do it. If it's in my power to do, I'm gonna do it every time. But I realized that sometimes it's not always reciprocated. And it's not to say you do things to get something in return or somebody do something for you. But it's nice to know that somebody has your back, like how you have theirs. And I've been seeing and reflecting a lot, like, I haven't always had that in friends. And it's not a good feeling. Like, you know, when you show up and you do, and you don't always get the same reciprocity.
And it's like it doesn't even come off as a thought, at least show that you thought or
That you
considered,
thought.
but it's not even that.
It's not even that. Like, and that's not to say, you know, everybody's not going to do what you do.
Right.
I try to make my friends feel, well, what? Not that, but I try to make my friends feel, I still can't get it.
Take your time.
Feel, I'm trying to put feel in special. Feel special and important, and that's with anything, like celebrating them, supporting them in any way that I can, but sometimes it's not reciprocated. And I recently just thought about, like, dang, I don't like that. I don't like that. I really don't like that. And it kind of shifts my perspectives a little bit. It's just like, you know, it's no beef. I still love you, but it's like, I see.
Yeah, I see where to put you and how to handle
Yeah. I don't feel the obligation anymore to overextend myself to do or whatnot. And also learn you can't be friends with everybody.
And you can't just be using that term loosely.
You cannot, because, you know,
everybody not your friends. Some people are acquaintances. Some people are your associates. Like,
and some people don't know how to be a good friend. And, you know, we tried to create a new friendship, and that went down quickly. And that kind of deterred me from having new friends. But then I was like, everybody's not like that. And I did meet another great friend, like, in my adulthood. She's so sweet and whatnot. And she, you know, you need friends that are on kind of like the same level as far as like alignment, or whatnot. And she is that. You know, she is that. And if we make more friends, cool, so we can have a big group of friends. Like,
I'm trying, but
it's hard.
It's hard making adult friends because, like you said, you want to meet people who align with what you value. You don't just want to meet people just for the sake to say, oh, I got a friend.
Right.
Because that could be bad.
And we learned that. The hard way.
Yeah. But also realizing that as adults, there are a lot of things that we are having to handle on a daily basis, and realizing like what we could do early 20s or in teens, like where we're constantly texting each other, constantly talking, constantly around each other, XYZ, we can't do that now.
Right.
Because like I said, there's so many obligations and so many things that we're having to handle on a daily basis. It's kind of impossible to do.
Yeah.
Like, we may text almost every day, but it's not going to be like full-blown conversations like we used to have.
Right.
We understand, like, ain't nothing against nobody.
Right.
Like, we just busy.
And some days I may
Tired.
forget or think I text you and I be like, shoot, I forgot.
Yeah, because, like, we're busy, we're tired, mental strain, emotional strain. Maybe we don't want to talk to ourselves that day.
Listen.
So it's just, like, having that understanding, like, is nothing against no one. It's just having one of those days.
And it's okay. It's okay. And that's part of having like genuine friendship, is this extending grace to your friends and realizing like their life don't revolve around you and vice versa. And just like, okay, girl, I still love you. And like, maybe, like you said, they don't have the capacity. So that don't mean you distance yourself and think like it's something against you or they don't want to be your friend. in other words, that means you need somebody to say, "Are you okay? Like, is there anything that I can do, to help you?" Or if you just need your space, you just need your space. Like, right? If you feel like there is something that may have caused for them to maybe go distant for a while, then if y'all are friends, y'all should have that space where you feel comfortable asking.
Right.
Like, hey, like you said, is everything okay? Did I do something? Blah blah blah. And then they can tell you like, hey, no, you didn't do anything. I'm just having a moment or day or whatever, and all that stuff.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
Okay, for you, girl. I'm thinking about you. Let me know if you need anything.
Simple. You have to take the selfishness out of it, and like, yeah, you love your friends, you want to be around them as much as you can, but you have to understand, like, they are a person too who have their own situations going on, and like you said, how it was before, like, you can talk and text all day, every day, but during that time you didn't have as much responsibilities or as much like obligations where, okay, you can do that, like, okay, we're gonna do that. Now it's just like, baby, I need to make sure I know what am going on in here. Like, what? Okay.
Yep. Okay. So, what did your 20s teach you about love, dating, or heartbreak?
What didn't it teach me about it? I should have cheated. First of all, let me say. Now, baby, why I saw her by y'all
Should have played you.
Should have given away all my love. And baby, I listen. What it taught me about love, dating, and heartbreak, everything. I think I had a lesson in each area. Like, boo, tomatoes. It taught me that one, love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't hurt. But I also think that, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong in saying this, but it's my opinion. Maybe you need to experience heartbreak so you can appreciate love more. Because, sometimes we think that it should be automatic. I mean, it should be something that should be automatic. Or whatnot. Or somebody should just love us because it's us. Why not?
Right, yeah.
But it's like, I feel like heartbreak teaches you a whole lot more than love can. Because we're so used to love because, our parents automatically love us because they're our parents. But it's different from like
us.
Yeah,
us. I say some parents out
they
here.
They're crazy. They need little Jesus. But us, our parents love us because they are parents. And so, like, when you get in relationships, a person loves you not because they have obligations to, it's because they love you because the type of person you are, what you do, this, that, and the third. But heartbreak, it really teaches you, like, I don't know, sometimes love can be a blinder to us, and we accept so many things and tolerate so many things that in certain situations we wouldn't tolerate. And heartbreak kind of give us that reality check, like, this ain't what you want for real. Like, you just settling for the fact that you love somebody. And I think I used to be one of those ones who think that love was enough. Like, love is one, I love you, so we're going to work this out. Like, I love you, I want to be with you, so despite of, you don't know how to talk to nobody. You don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. Or you don't know how to keep your dingling in your pants. Well, no, I ain't stay for that. I'm sorry, I can't. Too much going around here. But it's like, or you think you can do whatever, treat me whatever, like, but I love you, then that's enough. And I realized love is not enough to keep a relationship or sustain a relationship. You need respect, you need loyalty, you need communication, you need all the things to keep it for sure. And yeah, heartbreak. Listen, I got my heart broken a couple of times, like, because of the fact of me wanting something to work that just wasn't meant to work.
Yeah.
And wanting to be with somebody, and it just wasn't meant to be with. Now after the fact, they want to get it together, and then you're just like, yeah. But dating, I do think your 20s you definitely should date a lot and figure out what you like, what you don't like, the type of person you like, the type of person you don't like. And dating doesn't mean you have to join everybody that you're dating, or you have to be in an exclusive relationship with everybody that you date. Dating is you pick your contender, you go out and do things, do different things.
You train.
You figure out. You see him the best man win. You okay? Just like that. Don't be afraid to get out there, date different people, even date outside of what you think your type is. Because sometimes we can have in our mind what we think we want, and then when you get it, you're like, this is not that. I do not want that. I do not want that. And don't let people persuade you in what they think you should date, or who you should be with, or whatnot. Because a lot of people go for the exterior. Now, it's not his name. You get with somebody that you can't look at. But don't let that be the deciding factor if you want to be with somebody, or you staying with somebody because they look good, or they got some good whatever way you go. Don't do that, because
yeah, all of that. But I would also just add, it taught me. So yes, it taught me what I look for in a man, and what I for sure don't want in a man. It also taught me not to settle just because I think this is the one for me. Because they're half decent.
Right.
Okay. While also trying to just overlook the other negative things or red flags. And thinking that, they'll change because they said that they would.
Yeah.
And that was one reason why I stayed in one relationship as long as I did, because they acknowledge their problem, but they never tried to address or do anything to change.
Yeah.
But every time they say, I'll change, I apologize, I'm just like, maybe they will. Again, I was younger. This was like when I first moved here.
Yeah.
So I've definitely grown since then. But I also haven't been in many relationships since that one. Only one,
two considered now.
Maybe three. Cause bands, short, and then it's my current one. Yeah, Arrow.
Cannot stand.
Which one?
Bands. I mean, neither one of them really. The bands really just ugh.
But like you said, you should experience heartbreak because it will help you understand how to, and it will make you sit with yourself and go through every emotion that you would feel with heartbreak, because more than likely you're going to experience rage and anger and regret and sadness and loneliness, and you're going to start to question yourself. You're going to go through all of this, and then you're eventually going to be happy.
Yeah.
Because like you said, every relationship has a lesson tied to it.
For sure.
We may not see it, and we may not want to accept it, but it has a lesson. Because maybe you'll learn, like, okay, I know I don't want this in a man.
Yeah.
Or if they start to show this sign of XYZ, I know what to look for now. I know I need to get out sooner, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But just overall, like, dating,
it helped me to take my time to build a friendship, as well as like also realizing that you can't go in expecting cousins, we hope that you've enjoyed part 1 of this conversation of reflecting on our 20s leading up to our wonderful 30s, where we talked about not 33 yet, not 33, but where we talked about relationships, friendships, defining our 20s in one word, and everything in between, even about the beliefs and mindsets that we had to unlearn during our early 20s leading up to now. But that's not the end of the conversation. Y'all thought we were just gonna leave y'all hanging like that? Never. No, there will be a part 2 where we will continue to unpack and reflect more on our 20s and what we hope to take into our 30s, and just any advice we may have for anyone who may be entering into their 20s, or just, you know, coasting on through. So we hope that you will return back for part 2 of this conversation. And while you're at it, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share, follow, repost, do whatever. Make sure you continue to view our other podcast videos, and we hope to catch you back here on the couch. This has been Couch Conversations.